Haha! Look what I've got. It's
Ghosty.
see-through.
Spoops.
It is awesome. And so today we are playing... Look. This is Beej's Backlog. Heather has opted to not join us tonight. I'm Beej, and Corey is here.
Yes. And yes, I was talking about Sugar, the person who also hosted YTV for a while.
She was a PJ.
I don't think they call them that anymore.
They didn't? Oh, at that point they didn't?
Yeah.
Okay. So it is an election day special. I thought I'd play something political. I know, right?
Deeply controversial.
I just want to play this game. I'm enjoying it, so... But yeah, right, there's a lot. Yes, the Canadian election is in full swing as we speak. It's just after 6. I have no idea where the standings are. I know that apparently Atlantic Canada has gone really, really, really red. So cool, good for them. I have no idea what's going to happen throughout the night, and I don't know if anybody else is in here who's following it either. Heather opted, she didn't want to get inundated with chat of the election, and so therefore she's opted to not come here tonight, and that's completely cool. Whereas
Talk and play.
Corey
Chop chop.
is not only a cruel taskmaster,
Mistress always puts a weird swing on
I hate saying
things,
that, right?
So do I.
Yeah. So, and is also just giddy with excitement to see what the hell's going to be happening here
Yeah,
at
it's
the
been
election.
like waiting for work to end. It's like summer vacation, only
Yes.
something really tedious and bureaucratic. It's like, oh, we all went to do paperwork today.
It doesn't seem exciting, does it? But
No.
yet here we are.
Oh, what should we have them do to Ian?
What should we have them do to Ian? What?
Yeah. I mean, we gotta.
Oh, right. That's right. Because it's a thing. It's a thing we always do. Well, it is election day. I love that special things happening on my stream and making it harder for you guys to figure out what to do to me on the opposite day.
Oh no, I can do both.
Ada Lovelace Day was an excellent idea. I really enjoyed that.
What day is it today? Like on the calendar? That's
I mean,
gross.
it is Canadian Election Day, but I don't think you'd upset Ian by spamming
is it
him
like
with that
Donut
stuff. So
Day or
yeah,
something?
there must be something else weirder that you can get on that. I mean, if you wanted to send Ian absurd political propaganda that involves him in some way, I'm sure he'd think that was awesome. However, so, I'm going to take these 3 so I can do them right now, and then I'll come back and get more things to do in a minute. I have to go pay people, apparently. Do I do that just by talking to them? Wow!
This is a remarkably unspecial day.
Nothing
It's
special happened
it's a,
today?
like it's a feast day, of course, but it's New Zealand's Constitution Day and Mother Teresa Day in Albania.
Okay. Hooray! Do I get something special? I get a turnip.
International Adjust Your Chair Day. Well, Ian definitely needs to do that, considering he broke his.
That's
by
right.
sitting on it for years.
He blew it up.
He put a tiny puncture in it with his butt. Ian sits on a yoga ball,
Yeah,
so yeah.
I like it.
It died recently.
So,
It's fun when he gets excited and he bounces.
oh, because yeah, you can do that, and it's not as fun to do it in gas lift because it kind of bottoms out too easily.
Unless it makes like a satisfying hiss noise, because then you like lift up and then you.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm paying her. Yeah, 200,000 bowl, which is fine.
All right, okay. Anubis, based on your information that tomorrow is Statistics Day.
That's what's
you
happening
guys
to
should
me.
just- send Ian unbelievable statistics that are hopefully true that you can back up, but unbelievable statistics.
Sounds like a great idea. I actually, yeah.
Thank you, Anubis.
I kind of, I remember, because wasn't it 2 weeks ago that it was World Cephalopod Awareness Day? I'm pretty sure that was the case.
Was that because
Or-
sacks?
It was World Cephalopod Awareness Week, and then it was like World Octopus Day on a specific day within the week.
Again, was that because of Oliver Sacks?
I don't think so.
Because that was also recent.
Did he passed away then?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he big into octopuses?
Yes. See if I can find his letterhead for you.
I lost. Yes, let's try that one more time. I think I can do better. It's a game I can defeat. Right, that just changes my perspective. Does he just eventually miss, I wonder? Oh shit, you just win! I got the newest televideo. Whatever that is.
Hate that mouse.
Yeah, I hate it so much.
Oh.
Alright, what happens if I go higher? Amateur. So, if anybody else is following the election, by all means, feel free to bring it up. And if nobody else is following the election, Corey, if you want to bring it up in the other...
Oh, you want to watch it?
No, I don't particularly care if I watch it or not, but if you want to see what's going on as the news is breaking, that's cool too.
There will be moving colored bars, Beej.
Bars are pretty damn sweet. Maybe there'll be even a pie chart of some sort. Oh yeah, is anybody outside of Canada getting the Canada Google Doodle at all? Because that would be pretty cool.
Did you see the YouTube one?
No, I didn't.
See if I can get it without it making noise. See? It's adorable. It's a little letter that went to a ballot box.
Cool. It was far away. I couldn't see it clearly, but yeah, I saw it land. Whoa.
No new information!
Hooray!
Good job, East Coast.
People got to either count faster or vote faster.
Maybe the sun should just move. Just get off its
ass.
ass.
Technically, the sun is setting at 1 second per second. Like, it's going to get there.
It's deep, man.
I know, right? Okay, I think I've had enough table tennis for now. Nova Girl 5!
Thank you for subscribing!
Your resub helps us all. I guess I can leave? Where does that go? Oh, it's... Oh, a thing happened. Cool, you're gonna be here for some story stuff, apparently. Do I have to fight a dude?
No. Modern day RPGs let you just talk to people.
That's, yeah. You can, oh. He's building something.
No, he's hitting a piece of plywood.
With a hammer.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, yeah.
He is deconstructing that piece of plywood.
I did ask if he could build a flying machine. And then, apparently, because I am king, my primary retainer held a vote. Because I'm king, you see. That apparently I don't have full power here, but... So, I am, get good cheesecake. I am excited to possibly play more Hero Quest. I think that would be really, really cool if we could do more of that. It's funny because that is a game that I would certainly love to see more people traded into to play, which is something you can do because it is all just set whatevers. but I don't want to give up my seat. I want to keep playing. So I guess we'll see what happens. It was a lot of fun, though. I really enjoyed it. I came because I was curious. I do feel like helping now. Sure, why not? Sweet, I am the King of Kings. The King wore a crown. He was the King of Kings. I have a set of chopsticks that says that on it. Sometimes it's just
for you.
information comes out of my mouth.
Monolith.
Okay. Sort
A
of
bomb
dark
with
kettle.
candles.
Yeah.
Dumbbells. A tinier monolith.
Half a monolith, I mean.
Garbage. Propeller. Clearly a propeller.
But it's spelled wrong, isn't it?
No?
You have an OR at the end of propeller?
Don't you?
I thought it was an ER at the end. God. I was in like a spelling bee too. I should know better.
You should know all of the words.
I know, right? A variety of chords. Actual garbage.
See, chords has an H in it.
You're right. I'm sorry.
See, you should have figured that one out as the one that was spelt wrong.
Alright, so I have to find constellations and toilet seats. I can beat the UFO, which was nice. You were here when I did that, I think, too,
Yeah.
right? We had finished playing the beginner's guide, which was good. Thank you for that, by the way.
Like, I assume with Propeller that it's like one's British and one's American.
Sure.
I don't know which is which.
Propeller.
As a first generation Canadian, I have no context
I
for
used-
which is correct.
When I was really young, I used to spell computer with a T-O-R. Like I did that a couple times and was like, that doesn't seem right, but computer.
I feel like that is a different word.
Yeah, computer. Computer. I mean, I like how that sounds, right? He has a computer. But... Alright, so now I have the flying machine thing that you get. And then I came back. Alright. Oh! Oh, it's an appliance! The newest televideo is something I can watch things on, I guess.
What about regular turnip?
Is a turnip I can eat regularly. Oh. God damn. You're the knight. You're in charge of security of the realm. Maybe it's a princess. I mean, that could be good. Wait, do I have tourists? I have tourists. I'm sorry, I don't have
Money.
Just money.
They are useless. Throw them from the bridge.
It's the king! Just coming out to say hi. Oh, they're like dressed in like newspapers, aren't they?
Yep.
I don't know what that means. Oh, Jesus. Oh, eat it. Okay. What the hell does that mean?
Nothing.
Would you like some money?
They have fancy hats, though, despite their newspaper clothing.
The twirly stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Jean, Jane, and Mary have moved in near the kingdom. Beware of sudden storms. Their unstable emo daughter, Mary. This is a very contemporary game. You can tell. Alright. Let's take Actually, let's have a look at the suggestion box really quick.
That's a Kingdom Plan.
Sorry, Kingdom Plan is what I meant to look at. Can't get there yet. God paper, God booze, God food stores. Let's do the easy ones first.
Hey, Beej, what are your thoughts on Ori Monogatari?
Probably one of the best things that came out that last season.
So good.
Wait, we're getting anime questions?
Yeah, from Punching Bag.
Did it not come up in the podcast? Did we not talk about it?
I think we briefly mentioned it, but I don't know.
Okay. It was.
We all love it wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
As it deserves to be loved.
Yes, it requires a. Okay, I'm done doing that, I guess. It deserves a lot of people paying attention to it.
And I'm looking forward to the live action movie. Because it's gonna be just cute.
It's gonna be super cute. Alright, morning news.
Now they're talking about Ghost Rider, and now I'm thinking about the Ghost Rider theme and how awful it is.
Man, I built everything. The Ghost Rider theme?
Yeah,
like the music?
Ghost Rider.
Oh, Ghost Rider.
Like the opening theme?
Oh, they're talking about Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought this was like, they were talking about Ghost Rider the comic, and it got you thinking about Ghost Rider the thing.
I mean, the newest Ghost Rider is pretty good, but... I mean... I don't remember it being musical in any way.
Okay.
Paper.
Alright. Oh, okay. Nice. So this is the,
Square.cube, that's an unfunny pun. Talking about why things are called Monogatari.
Yeah. That was terrible. Good job. Yeah, the other Monogataris, like Bake Monogatari, Nisei Monogatari, Owari Monogatari, Kisei Monogatari, is that the next one coming out? Yeah. So, I watched all of Bake Monogatari because
it's very stylish.
Yeah, and it's a Shinbo show. Like it's kind of like this is by the same guy who did Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell when you watch them both, you're like, shit, yeah, this is the same dude doing this stuff.
Yeah.
And it's very... The problem I have with it is it's like reading a book while watching anime.
It's pretty dense.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Or there's just like really long, slow bits.
Yeah. And I don't mind the really long, slow bits so much, but I do, after a while it's like, if I'm sleepy, it doesn't help, because then I'll fall asleep, obviously, during it, so it's like, that's no good, but... Yeah... I don't know. I don't know what to make of, I'm not really, jazzed about the rest of them, because I think we watched all Bake Monogatari, and, there's some neat things going on here, but not enough to sustain my interest, long enough. And then, I think I watched an episode of Nisei Monogatari, and was like... This happened so long after Bake Monogatari that I completely forgot what was going on. I'm like, hey, yeah, guess what? I'm done watching the show. That was easy.
Yep.
So that didn't take much time at all. Where's my podium?
Gone forever.
Yeah.
You're no longer the king. Go on a journey now.
I like the music. I used to have a podium. Do I just stand here now?
Maybe one of those text things you should have read.
Would have told me where I'm supposed to be.
Had information like that.
Well, that would have been brilliant.
Maybe you got a new podium. Maybe it's fancier.
Do I do it from here? Oh.
See, what the world really needs is more Chihayafuru.
Well, as they were saying on something awful, now that Ore Monogatari is done, And
now
it
we
did
get
so
some more
well.
free time for.
Well, it's like now that it's finished and it did as well as it did, maybe that means that they'll get. Okay, maybe that means they'll get time to actually make the third Chihara Furu, but nothing's been mentioned yet. I am excited about upcoming manga announcements such as Kumamiko, which I'm reading.
I'm
so cute.
also reading it,
Yeah.
but
I
don't share your enthusiasm for the anime.
I love it whenever something in manga gets turned into anime.
I like when things that I don't expect to be anime get there, but
yeah. And the other one I just recently found out was Flying Witch, which is
I'm not reading that one.
It's funny because it's weird because the hiragana for it says Furaingu Richi.
Mm-hmm.
They chose not to use katakana for it. They used hiragana instead. And Jesus Christ. All right, maybe that's a macro lens. This is kind of cool. Ultimately, I guess we're probably done now. But it's getting a TV anime adaptation. There's just has not been any announcement as to when that is. Oh, there's my. It's up here.
Oh yeah, and it's completely is mentioning Ajin is getting an anime next season, I believe. Like there's the movie, and then they're getting like a 6-episode series, I think.
Okay.
I think.
Ajin.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about with like the immortal people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember you mentioning that.
And how none of you would like it at all.
Like me specifically, or anyone watching?
You and Heather and probably Ian.
Okay. It's not for us?
I don't think so.
Okay.
There are no robots in it.
You're probably...
People have magic powers, which Ian doesn't like. And then it's horror with some body horror.
That's probably not up my alley, yeah.
Probably a little bit gory. I might not like it because the people that make Knights of Sidonia are making it.
Oh.
And
you weren't very impressed with Sidonia.
I cannot stand looking at it. And also, I wasn't very impressed with it. Like, Ian was just like, oh, robots. And I'm like, I don't know. No, they're just... science intrigue. I'm like, no, give me substance, damn it.
That was handy. What was the one that I... So, Heather is watching Dance with Devils. And...
Because she's going to, damn it.
Yeah. Wow. And... But the weird thing is... how did we... She's watching Dance with Devils, and it's a musical.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody mentioned that there was another one that came out, so she told me today, oh, it's Starmue is the one that's the musical.
Yep.
And I'm like, ah, okay. Because I did see that mentioned. And so we're gonna, I think she watched an episode of that, and she's like, she's not sold on it yet, but she did say, let's add it to the list and watch a couple things of it. I have already decided I'm not interested in watching Dance with Devils. Based on the first episode, I'm like, I am not a fan of vampire shows. I tend not to be anyway.
Yeah.
The only thing I've watched that I really liked was Karin, which was about, the
yeah.
girl who's like the reverse blood vampire,
Yeah.
right? She just makes
Which
blood all the time.
none of us cared about whatsoever.
No, I liked it. I thought it was cool, but what are we doing here? We're just icing this dude.
Yes.
Does that slug have a pun name of some kind?
It is a escargot.
It definitely needs a pun name.
This kind of is a pun name. I mean,
Definitely needs one.
And then you're next. Just beating up on harmless enemies. Before I give you a thrashing. Oh, Shit.
Completely, I'm reading The Gamer, and I'm also reading the webtoon version of Legendary Moonlight Sculptor, and Tower of God, and Pale Horse, and probably a few other webtoons. Serge got me into reading light novels, so for a lot of them I'm reading the light novel instead of the webtoon, but I'm definitely reading The Gamer.
I started reading The Gamer, and then I think because of how long the wait was.
Yeah, it's incredibly long.
Yeah.
Lysandra Gustav? Webtoon's just a Korean webcomic.
Yeah, they go up on Naver.
They go up wherever,
Line
but
webtoon,
people
yeah.
people upload them, and then other people read them. But they tend to have like that really vertical, long style.
Yeah. I'm what am I reading that's from that? That's in that style. People had recommended it to read what is it? Special Martial Arts
Academy?
Yeah, whatever that is.
Yeah.
It's got a super long name. I tried reading some of that and was like, that's not really my jam.
I think the majority of them, like, you might like... Well, actually, I was about to say you might like the Pale Horse, but that's a vampire one. Sort of.
I read Can't See, Can't Hear But Love.
Right.
That's...
It's pretty short.
Yeah, and also fucking tearjerker. And then also the... I can't remember what the name of it was, but it was the one about the boy who is, like, looks like he's 16 years old, but he has a mental deficiency. I don't know if he's actually, like, straight mentally handicapped or just something else. But it's, which is an odd thing to see represented in I find it's an odd thing to see anybody with a disability represented in a...
in any kind of media?
Well, not any kind of media, but generally in Asian media, because it seems like that never happens.
Just their approach is a little different, and they don't tend to talk about it?
Yeah, right? And I might be colored on that too, because my Vin Sensei, who taught us history and stuff like that, and he also talked about culture an awful lot. And one of the things he mentioned is like, yeah, they're not... he's like, the representation of physically and mentally handicapped people in Japan, but in other Asian places, tends to be they don't get mentioned at all.
Yeah.
Right? It's one of the things you shove and you push away, whereas in North America, it is more of a... You show that you have kids that are like this, and you try to normalize the whole idea. So, but anyway, so I thought that was interesting to see this story about this boy, and there's this girl who is like 16 years old, but she never grew. Her thing is that she looks like she's about like 7 or 8. Maybe she looks like she's 9. Whatever. She looks like she is like an elementary school kid, and not in that way where it's like this is like literally a she has a growth problem. Like her pituitary or whatever is like malfunctioning, and so and she hates it because of course it means she can't wear like normal clothes that a girl her age would wear. She has to wear all these like kid clothes and stuff, and but she ends up making a friendship with this boy who understands his own age, I guess, but he also doesn't respond in the same way that, you know. And I thought it was really good, but again, it's also a really sad story. Where's my next stop? What the shit? I'm not going up there. I can't get up there.
I will say one of the reasons I've been reading the webtoons is that, like, years ago when I tried reading manhwa for the first time, it's just like, when the panels are densely packed, the Korean pacing seems really frantic to me, and I can't quite get it.
Right.
But when like when they started making like the webcomics and stuff, they'd like stretch it out.
Oh yeah, because you can do stuff like play with the
Timing.
Yeah, and the overall, like you can basically be like, I need to show a really long like horizontal shot, turn it 90 degrees and just show it vertically. And I'm like, that's actually not a bad way to do it. It's a very inventive use of that kind of that infinite canvas. Oh yeah, New Normal Class 8. That's what I'm reading right now.
Oh.
And I actually quite like it. It's about a kid who has a head that's probably the size of a weather balloon. When he was growing up, his head just started getting larger and larger and larger, and now it's just basically the size of this giant weather balloon. But it is, of course, a skull.
I have to thank you for recommending Dungeon Mission.
Oh, it's good, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that updates fairly frequently, so I'm really happy with it.
When I started reading it, it wasn't updating at all.
Yeah, it like, for a period of time there, it was just like kind of not, but now it's been going.
Oops, maybe not YouTube, but whatever. Okay, good. Everyone's happy. But yeah, New Normal I like because it's about this boy who's kind of nerdy and always felt extremely awkward in school, and especially because his head is getting bigger, and then his parents are like, or his mom is like, why don't we put you in this other school so you can be around other kids who are like, who have similar issues with you. And so he agrees to it because he's sick of feeling like completely just iced out. And he meets some kids who all have different issues as well, and it's really cool, and it's weird to say normalizing, but it is, because he has all, obviously has all the same problems that any other kid.
Have you ever read Homunculus?
I have not. Is it good?
I liked it. It's stopped. It's just
okay.
There. It's not finished or anything. It's just, but it's a guy goes around and he can basically see people's inner selves, or he can only see some people's inner selves, so they appear like monstrous to him until he maybe helps them deal with an emotional problem, or not.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Yeah. So you get like a big guy that's like a Yakuza character, and he appears to the main character as like a giant robot, except his one pinky is human.
Oh, so that's how you know that there's still something within him that's...
Well, no, he's sensitive about certain promises.
Okay.
Yeah, so Yakuza with an exposed pinky.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Crush that radish. Nice. Come home, come home, come home. All right. All right, let's get the next radish.
Yes. Destroy the garden. Expando!
26 months!
Thank you for subscribing.
For so many months.
Forever.
And for doing it in a row, because I think that's how Twitch tracks that
consecutive?
as well.
I think it's consecutive.
Yeah. If you miss a month, I guess you go back to just subscribing again, but that's still cool.
Yeah.
Also, a big thanks to people who are subscribing on to the Patreon, and that we're now able to get... we're now able to do our AFK streaming thing. That's super cool of you guys. We do appreciate all the support you show us. No, come back, come back, come back. Alright. Who am I missing? That dude. It is definitely a treat to see all these, to see all these people show up. Because I think we're at like 1585 or something, and now we're over 1600, and it's like, it's so cool to see you guys coming out and saying, hey, we're totally here to support you. And for all of our current patrons and for all of our brand new patrons, thank you so much for doing what you do for us. And we will try to do more for you. All right. What is my next step? So I saw somebody post that the polls just closed in Alberta, which means that must obviously mean there's the talk or the talk count
The count is coming up, and they're saying it's actually coming up conservative in Alberta.
Okay, not surprising.
Yeah. Well, it is a little surprising because of the last election.
The big orange wave. Yeah. I think that's, like, somebody had said that, like, it doesn't surprise me because I remember, like I did feel like, oh man, maybe this will mean that there'll be, like, a bunch of, orange voters and stuff. And somebody said, no, this is more of a, we are super pissed off at Jim Prentice. So we're not voting in the
the premier.
Yeah, we're not voting in the premier. We're not voting in most of his party because F those guys. And there's no sort of. I think that what it is kept a lot of people from going out to the polls because I'm not going to vote orange. I'm not going to vote red. So they just don't go to the polls, and then that was seized upon as an opportunity, right? It's like
I think again the large population centers in Alberta are pretty liberal. Or pretty left-leaning, at least.
Absolutely.
So it's still early because they only just closed a while ago. Ours closed in 10 minutes.
Yeah, and there was a lot of talk about how the, if I remember correctly, how the, at least in, where was it? The major centers we're going to probably see, like, Edmonton's going to go orange. Not all of Edmonton, but part of Edmonton.
Well, I mean, like, a tiny bit of Edmonton.
Yeah, it's going to go orange. Yeah. And then part of Calgary's going to go red. Probably Nenchi's district, in fact, I think, was what the people were saying.
And I think Lethbridge.
Yeah, Lethbridge, I think because Lethbridge has two...
Yeah.
Yeah, they have two overlapping. Nobody in Medicine Hat's going to go, despite the fact that, surprisingly, centers in Medicine Hat did go orange in the provincial election. I'm just kind of like, this is very confusing. How do I get there?
Yeah, ignore. There's basically only 5 colors that you have to watch, and one of them's only in Quebec. So the rest are just going to be 3, and it's mostly going to be like 2 or 3.
Yeah. I'm surprised to see orange showing up in Quebec still. That makes me very happy.
Surprising, yeah.
Yeah. So that's good.
Let's see. Anyone going plaid? Well, I know the Rhino Party's running this year. And I don't remember what color they are.
I've seen them just be white in the past.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's because they just were too cheap to pay for
they'll
the
be
color.
they'll be blocked under gray. Or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But they are running.
Bony tunnel entrance.
And I hope everyone that votes for them enjoys their orgasm.
That's right.
They were promised.
That was the thing. Caught me a little off guard there for a second, and I was like, "Oh right, that was the campaign promise."
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then monthly.
Rhinos did not. Rhinos did not run everywhere in the let's come out of that. There we go. Rhinos did not run candidates in every constituency.
No, but they had the website up where you could apply to be a candidate.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I had often thought that it's like, boy, it'd be nice if someday I could run, perhaps, like, when I'm into my 50s or something, and be like, yeah, that might be a thing I want to do. And now I think about it, and I'm like, given all the stuff I've done on video and everything else, it's like there's going to be a lot of stuff out there. It's like I'd have to, but my contemporaries, like people that are our age who would be voting for me then, would be like, of course you have a ton of video up, because everybody has a ton of video up. That's what happened when we were that age.
Yeah.
So don't feel put off by it. And so that was kind of like, that's something I wanted to, there we go. That's something I wanted to consider doing at some point. It's like, oh, I could run as a candidate, in an election sometime, perhaps. Like,
would you party or independent?
I would.
Or small party, like run for the Libertarians.
Well, I could see myself running as like
BC Marijuana Party. That's what I thought.
It's like, I have tried marijuana once. I am a perfect advocate for your
Product.
Despotic green rule. I don't know.
I don't know.
I thought maybe it's like it would probably be one of those things where like I am more likely to do better at running in a local elections, right? Like running for an alderman or running something like that. And it's like I don't know if I'm that interested though in running as an alderman somewhere. But
yeah, but it's like in Grand Prairie.
Yeah.
The mayor ran as green.
Oh yeah.
Once before being mayor, and one of the city aldermen was one of the teachers at the college, and he ran for MVP. So there's a lot of overlap in smaller places.
If I ran provincially or ran federally, like where parties actually make a huge difference, I would almost certainly try to get into the NDP. But I think they probably have much more qualified candidates living in this neck of the woods, right? Whereas if I lived in Alberta still, I could probably walk in and be like, I'd like to run as NDP, and it's like, sure. You're a white male, that's probably going to be very easy compared to... So, yeah. I think about it like the way that it must have been... Like when Quebec went orange last, and of course now they're trending red, but when they went orange last election, and everyone was just, the people running in Quebec were kind of like, they're like, I won? Like I didn't think that was going to happen, and then it did, and they were all really, really pleased, and I was like, that's so cool that, you know, you guys, you won, and that you get all these brand new MPs who don't really know what's going on, but it's like, that's fine. That's how you build people who are interested with this kind of thing. I think I need to. Yeah.
Go into that hole.
I need to go into that hole.
Yes.
It was made for me.
Man, I've been referencing that so much lately.
I don't ever get sick of referencing that. Nice.
Yes, sir.
Everyone dig!
Are those cherry trees?
Yeah.
That explains a lot of what's happening right now.
Yeah.
With the picnic
Yep.
thing, yeah.
This whole area, I beat a king, the king of this area, the party king. There he is. And he was on a giant stack of beer cases.
Oh, look, he's got a little tiny drum over there. By that tree. That. Yes,
Oh yeah,
there.
yeah. He plays that drum, and then I kick his ass.
Mm-hmm.
That's essentially what happened. Yeah, he's not happy with me.
He's crunk.
Yeah, he's pretty mad that I beat him so badly.
So much booze.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The last king that we fought was a complete asshole because the game decided that now it is a game of you're playing a game of pinball crossed with Breakout, and good luck.
This chunk of Northwest Territories just popped, and I was like, "What the hell?"
Why did everything go red? It's like, oh,
it's huge.
Wow. It's so like when you look at the map. I can't believe we used a Mercator projection for this, but whatever. Because then it's kind of, you know, like, oh my god, that all went that way. Northwest
zoom
Territories.
to fit Canada.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Half of it's gone.
But what gets me about that is that it's like, oh yeah, look, this entire huge section of land just went orange, and you're like, hooray! Wait, no, it's the urban centers that were
population. Yeah,
that's where it's going to make the difference. Zoom in and see. Okay, how's Montreal voting? Their 1,500 ridings they have there.
There. Welcome to Blue Land.
Yeah, population about 1 million people. Oh, okay.
Saskatoon's orange.
Not doing so bad. One poll reporting.
Oh. Part of Regina's red.
Oh, good. This is gonna be a really weird election.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah. I look forward to it. I think it's, you know, but like seeing how everything works out, but I also feel like this is gonna be super weird. Where am I?
Toronto's busy.
I just walked and then I'm over here. That's why everything looks familiar. It's 1 a.m.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's go to...
I'm just gonna leave it here on St. John's. I think you'll be happy.
Alright. No! Stop hurting my dudes.
And then you did nothing about it.
Just walked away.
Yep.
Well, sometimes you have to be the bigger man. Or the littlest king. Smash that log! So many coins.
No, Night Valiant, we do not kill the previous Prime Minister. We mostly just leave them alone for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. They get consulting gigs. And
But they don't really go on talk shows.
No.
Or anything.
Everyone gets like super pissed off at the fact that they still manage to make money and rinse and repeat. Yeah, I mean, if Harper falls here, well, that's the funny thing. When Jim Prentice, who was a finance minister for a while and then became premier of Alberta, when he lost Alberta to, which was 44 years of progressive conservatives, right?
I just had a minor thought about what if the next person doesn't rename the government?
Oh, Jesus. Trudeau gets in, for example, and
Still
he's
the
like,
Harper government.
he just calls it the Harper government for the first few days, just as a gag. It's like, fuck it. Apparently, I can do this anytime I want, so I'm just gonna leave it up
I bet
there.
you could just name it anything.
It's true, right?
Party majority.
This is the octopus
Yeah.
government, yeah.
Oh. Cephalopods.
The lizard people. Alright. Did I make some money? Found a trash can, which I think was a toy? No, maybe something else is a toy. Oh, nice toy. There we go. Mini
You got
car.
a big boss turnip.
Yeah, I did.
Mm.
We can go back and look at all this again, too.
Never again. It's gone. It's in the past.
Corduroy. Alright, I got some fabric, some stones. Tapestry's good. Ooh, cranes give... Oh, shit, yeah! And then
The
precious
Star
treasure.
Wars government. Oh, my brand.
Also, my king now has a beard. It's hard to see from this angle, but yeah, we might be able to see him when the guy runs in. Yeah, see? He's like a little boy, but he has a beard. Oh god, here we go.
He's wearing one.
Yeah, it comes off eventually. Like, I think he shaves, I guess. Maybe it comes out if I stay out late at night, I don't really get it. Okay, number of his witnesses are growing. Red light, shining glory.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Yep. And you get to decide whether or not you believe in what he just told you. Can I? How much monies do I have?
Yes, sir.
Yeah! I can afford it. What else do I need to do still? Nothing. Okay.
Nothing. Do whatever you want, Beej.
Yeah.
You're the king of kings.
The king of kings.
No king can stop you.
Alright. Wait. Is there a new power-up? Already? Oh, Christ. I need more money. Why do I always need more money?
I'm gonna look at how England's doing.
How is England doing in the polls?
Oxford.
I mean, if anyone was voting as an expat, I would hope that they would put whatever over there. Wait,
Look
hang
at
on.
Wells next to the sea.
Wells next to the sea. Next
The sea.
the sea. Because it sounded like you said next to the sea.
Yeah.
But when you say it, Wells next to the sea, it's
It
like
sounds like.
it sounds like you just said that.
Yeah.
Ooh, from wife. Maybe we should do these. Either do these two, which
God paper.
seem hard, or we should do God paper. I think.
Yay, paper.
Yeah.
Should it be commercial?
Yeah, we should do a commercial. Let's do that. Let's do a commercial. And I can figure out what that's supposed to mean later. I think that's the Oni grounds.
Enter the fairy circle. I think you were just there.
Actually, I think you're right.
Those colorful squiggles.
Yeah, we were just there. Well, let's look at the rest of these then. Can I do multiples? God Booze.
Squared out cube. God paper and God hand are the same move. That looks like a safe place to be.
Yeah, that thing is that I haven't fought it yet. I actually don't even know how to get in there. Chungus use location from God. Alright, one more.
Yes, sir.
Forest cafeteria. But thank you, sweet tooth boys. Boys.
Wah.
Was. Oh, that thing, yeah.
It's a beetle.
I know where that is, I'm pretty sure.
It's next to some cake.
Actually, no, I don't know where that is.
You've never seen giant cake?
I haven't been there yet.
It's a giant cake.
I
Giant cake by the sea.
have seen Giant Cake by the Sea. I know where that is.
Aha!
I haven't been to the Beetle yet. That's a new thing, but
it's clearly by the giant cake.
The sign that has build on it, I think I have to go there with builders, then build that so I can go up and fight that thing so I can get to there. Okay, that makes sense.
It makes sense.
All right, let's save, and then we'll take a break. Maybe I can marry some people off. No, 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 no!
Oh well, going to commercial, nothing bad will happen. Goodbye.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, there's 16 by 9? No.
Nope. That, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
I hit the buttons.
Yeah, you hit the buttons. Hey! Well, Djibouti still hasn't reported in.
Yep. Glad you noticed that we were now looking at the results from Djibouti. I was looking at the chat here, and what is it? Yeah, 16-bit Mason says they live in Alberta and voted Liberal and feel like they don't matter.
What's that? They live in Alberta?
Yeah, and,
Okay.
and you know, it's easy to get steamrolled.
Yeah,
'Cause
absolutely.
we're both from there, so
You get used to that, right?
but you still show up.
The biggest problem I need a drink, sorry.
The biggest problem is you need to drink.
The problem is I need to fucking drink. The biggest problem with this, of course, is that there was some talk for a while about proportional representation being the next big step.
Go to like a
Mixed member.
European system.
Yeah, I think it was mixed member proportional or whatever, where it's like
your Denmark's.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what it's. I'm not sure who else votes that way. I know there are some that actually vote that way, but I should go to.
I feel like it's just a Scandinavian thing.
Yeah. I'm not sure where else they do it, but apparently it's a really good system. It's the one that the Law Commission of Canada have actually said this is what we think needs to be done here. And of course, everybody but the Conservatives said, "Hell yeah, we're going to act on electoral reform."
Yeah.
NDP literally said, we are committing to, if we get elected, we are committing to proportional representation based on the recommendations of the Law Commission of Canada enacted before the next election in 2019.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. The other parties have said, we will enact a committee or a commission to look into this shit, but we are interested in seeing this done as well. And of course, Conservatives are like, everything's fine. But it's frustrating because you already had a group that's already said, hey, we've looked into this, and unless the Law Commission they're like idiots or something, and I don't think they are, I would assume that they're the ones who, can say this is probably your best bet for doing this kind of thing. But it sounds like, oh, well, Liberals will be very into Sure, we'll enact a new thing. 7 in the morning?
There's
or
a
7
place here in Iran that only has an Arabic name.
Oh, wow. It's just a... Huh.
Yeah, like everything else has like an anglicized Latinified
yeah.
title, but it's just like little Arabic in there.
It's fine. Nobody actually talked about it, so... it frustrates me because it's like, they didn't say this is what we're looking into, and it's like, oh, we want to see this happen, and it's like, sure, of course you do, because you got screwed in the last election, and now you don't want to let anybody get screwed anymore. I'm like, that sounds good as well. Why is it 7... Like...
Question mark?
Well, okay, the moon is up in my thing. I went to bed, right? I went to bed and I slept. And now it is 7 p.m., I'm guessing, is when I see the moon there. It's like, that must mean that it's... Like, I'm going to let this count...
Unless the sun never rises.
Well, unless that's it for us. I mean, he slept. I just...
Well, watch it for a bit and see if the moon gets larger.
Yeah. And it's 8 o'clock. Alright, well, whatever. Summon my guard. I hope everyone slept, because I did. I mean, so did you. But yeah, it's like I am willing to trust that the Liberals will do the right thing and enact some stuff, but it's like if I trusted that, I probably would have voted for them.
Like, I would be happier with a minority government with like an NDP coalition.
Yeah,
like that seems more ideal to me than
I would agree. Yeah, because then it's like, okay, now you get to, like, for example, C-51. The Liberals did not take a hard stance in saying, yeah, Bill C-51, which is the one where they get to spy on you on the internet.
Yep.
They're like, yeah, we're not so concerned about that. It's like, why are you fucking concerned about that? It's like, well, because we voted for it. It's like, yes, you did. You did vote for it, didn't you, you sons of bitches? Yeah. Well, good. So then we get what most people wanted, and it's like, this is the kind of horseshit we deal with. But as long as we get a new electoral system out of this, maybe we do better next time. And we have to put up with some of the crap today, but it's like maybe everything's better in the future. I don't know. I mean, it's better than what we had by a long shot.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah.
Like, we can only hope.
Yeah. It's funny because it's like the thing is like, you might think, well, it couldn't get fucking worse, could it? And it's like, well,
it can get worse.
It could certainly get worse. You're absolutely right.
Like, there's a way to screw things up without malicious intent.
Yeah, absolutely. I got a box. Or 2 horns in a box.
Not to mention whoever wins is inheriting some crap.
That's also true, yeah. Alright, I want these 2 dudes to... Shit. Okay, did we get there? We got there. Oh, that's gonna take a little while. Alright. In the meantime, somebody texted me. Actually, can we send
Is that somebody your wife?
Probably. They probably can't help.
Hey, Beej is Siri. Read his last text.
Oh. It is, it's my mother. Family news. Not important. Not important to share with the chat.
Seems very knee-jerk.
Yeah.
Not important.
Yeah. Not the kind of thing. I mean, technically, anything that comes from anything that shows up on my phone that has my last name in it, it's not something I'm probably going to share with the chat.
What if it was from yourself from the future?
Whoa, what the hell is that?
Lady Bomb. No?
Wow. Oni Bride.
This seems safe.
I know, right?
Why is there love on a battlefield?
Well, the more they work out with each other, like the more they do together, the more they fall in love with each other. Right?
There are not nearly enough foxholes for this.
There can be romantics in foxholes. Probably.
You know, just a secluded location. Only a little bit of ditch water.
Only a little bit of ditch water. Oh shit, she comes out.
I mean, Passchendaele's really a Canadian thing.
Ah! Yeah, it is. Actually, you're right. It's not generally something that... Oh, for Christ's sake. Am I dying too much? Maybe no. Okay. So she boomed. Oh, there's a bow.
You got a bow.
Yeah.
Got bow.
Got bow.
Bow.
Just put everybody in.
Bow.
Bow, 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 bow.
Bow.
Bow, 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 bow. Alright, let them keep digging. And Oni husband probably comes up.
Or maybe other Oni bride, you know.
Well, okay.
I mean, they don't have to conform to your standards.
True.
They're Oni.
There's a thing. Could be like Oni Flower Girl. Dig, 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 dig. Alright, have another drink. While I'm vulnerable, something will happen. Red sliver. Oh, okay. Now I can't do anything.
Pew, pew, pew.
Sweet.
Wondrous flying machine.
I do like that the first thing we dug up is essentially the air horn. So now I know what the god somethings are. God paper.
What are they, Beej?
They're the things I need to build a flying machine. I have a newsflash.
Oh, is that what that is? The thing that says newsflash.
Yeah. It's like
King Beej. Another part of the flying machine. It's a skinny ray. 15%. Congratulations.
it's pretty good, right?
King Beej.
I mean, it's only the first part, but I do like that this game is willing to call me by my preferred titles. Get in the tub.
Oh. Did you see the John Oliver thing about the Canadian election?
Yes.
And you saw the clip of Harper talking about how he watches TV and videos?
Oh god.
But he looked like a cardboard cutout of himself that was talking.
Some things you don't know about me is that I enjoy movies and TV shows. Oh god. This CG Harper's could be better. I mean, yeah, he did look really just... You could watch it on streaming services, for example. The big thing of Netflix behind his head.
Yeah, and just like that big red glow.
Yeah. I can't just... Alright, so I know that the other one is near the boner.
But G-Dwarf, never forget his personal stylist that he has.
Trudeau's the one with nice hair.
Harper has to pay for that
Yeah.
with our money.
I apologize for this.
Never apologize
We're gonna
for
have to
this.
listen to this for a while.
No, it's gone already.
No,
It's just changed.
yeah, it just got a little quieter. That's all.
Tuba.
Tuba? Oh right.
French horn.
I did not bring a builder.
Well, gotta walk back.
I gotta walk all the way back. Actually, I don't. Fortunately, I can jump to the castle from anywhere on the map that's far away enough from the castle. All right. Maybe I'll sleep anyway. Oh, we'll come up here. I can't wait for my guys to get mad that I actually.
If you zoom out far enough, Canada isn't any color.
Wait, what happened? Does it come back?
I don't know. I was on Gnome for a very long time.
Is it just like a thing where it's like, that's it? Wow, wait, what?
There we go.
Oh, I was going to say, hang on a second. Greens didn't elect anybody. I'm like, that can't be right. So we're not done counting yet, is the issue.
No.
Okay,
And
good. I was like, oh,
Like,
God.
the NDP just got some of their seats,
Okay,
but it is projected
yeah.
that so far, nothing.
Yeah.
Green's gotta get a couple.
Yeah.
Have
I mean,
to.
shit, why ever vote for the NDP? It's not like they could ever run the country, right? They could never run an entire country. Not that they came close that one time.
Canada's so tiny.
Yeah.
So tiny.
They wouldn't know how to do it properly.
So tiny.
I blame this.
Beej, we're smaller than California.
I blame it on NDP provincial governments fucking it up for different provinces across Canada, and basically turning it into this thing of like, well, yeah, clearly they can't do it right federally. And I'm like,
so tiny.
but then Alberta threw out their conservative government because they were a bunch of dick nuts. Being the
Alberta or the Conservatives, be clear.
the conservatives were a bunch of dick nuts.
Alberta might also be dick nuts. Let's
Maybe.
just-
I guess we could just pick that up. Alright, smug boy.
Good point, Emil. Canada might be being eaten by the Eldrazi. In fact, actually, Canada might be the Eldrazi that is eating the rest of the world, because the rest of the world has no color right now. All of the colors in Canada.
We are sucking in all the colors.
We are hoarding all of the color for ourselves.
Yeah. Though there
So
isn't.
that we can spawn smaller versions of ourselves to go out and get more color for us.
Okay, I can't do that now. I have.
Ooh,
no
G-Dwarf, Phyrexian, Oil, Harper.
monies. Super good. I like it. Alright, I'm gonna save again.
And never delete.
No. Alright, I have a thing to do.
So not delete your file.
No, never delete the game I am playing.
Always delete. I mean, never.
Oh, always. We gotta be sure that the file is clean every time, so it's important to delete it. Oh, they just all came right to me. Okay, so I'm gonna do a
They
thing.
want to be with you.
This drives
Charismatic leader.
This drives Heather mad whenever I do this.
Is it get married?
Yeah.
Is it throw everyone through the marriage door?
Yeah.
And then
Hope
even
one
the
of them-
ones that reject it come back, and then you throw them in the marriage door again, and
Yep.
then you do it like 5 times?
Oh, I do it like at least 9.
Ah, wow.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you didn't do this before your own wedding, or she
No.
would not have. She would have been like, marriage? Ugh.
If I had to throw all of the couples that came to my wedding into churches, I think you would have probably been unhappy as well, actually. If I forced you to have to get married to the person you're currently with before I could get married.
I don't know.
Yeah? You wouldn't have been that unhappy?
No,
No?
I'll be okay with that.
That's good.
Stephen White will get
Oh, libs have 71 seats. Just have elected 71.
Oh, fully. That's like, yeah, our full counts come in and...
Yeah.
All
They're
right.
still leading in 113
Jesus.
But, yeah.
Okay. They're doing that thing. So they're doing that thing where it's like we're projecting a winner.
Yeah, that's what this line is.
Yeah.
But they've actually been elected in 72 seats.
Neat. So we could see that the numbers move around a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Royal Guard, don't need you anymore. It is 3 a.m. I'm gonna go have a nap. Now that I got some people married.
Well, you
off
see,
each other.
Husk, Ian doesn't want to have kids, so that might be an issue between you two.
Was he offering to have Ian's kids?
He was offering to be in marriage with Ian,
Oh.
but it might not be fulfilling.
I couldn't
And
tell-
I figured I would point out other issues they might have
I didn't realize if it was
before he committed fully.
if it was that kind of thing, or if it was more of a thing where it's like Hosk was offering to, like, you know, I have 3 girls and I'll give one of them up.
Just to Ian.
Yeah, like if Ian wants kids, I'm offering one of my girls. That then he can have a tiny daughter to raise.
I don't know, the Hosklings are pretty cool.
No, that's the thing, right? And that's why I was kind of like, is he
Yeah.
offering to give Ian a child? Like, do one of the Hosklings do something and now he's a little irritated? Or because my understanding in growing up is that myself and my brother is that my mom was like, I'm not allowed to sell either of you, so you're stuck with me for a while. Always said in that jocular way that you were like, she's not ever going to get rid of us, right? No, she's
We
not
always
gonna
told
get
one
rid
of my stepbrothers that he was found at a Kmart.
Not even purchased from.
Found.
Just found in a Kmart.
Oh, no, Blue Light Special.
Oh, okay.
He was bought.
He was purchased then. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's something. Let's have a look at what are my current quests? From Witch, From Wife, I Heard a Rumor, God Food Stores, God Booze. God Booze. What side is that on? It's easy enough to get to, I think. There's a lot going on there. Getting up there is going to be the problem.
There we
Hey,
go.
got there.
It was on, it just didn't do anything.
You know, Ian is blessed with a penis and 2 testicles. I mean, just throwing that out there.
I mean, some of them aren't connected, but
Yeah.
well, which is public information, so
Yeah.
I'm not
You're not
divulging any
right.
secrets.
You're not throwing
He
him under
did
the bus.
podcasts
No.
about it.
He
So,
he wasn't born that way. Let's also be clear. Like that was a choice made in life.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But G-Dwarf, as far as it being a Calvin and Hobbes reference, yes. My parents came up with that one, and also we owned a lot of Calvin and Hobbes. So,
Oh.
yes.
It's funny because no, I don't have a fully formed sentence to finish that off, so I'm just going to leave it alone. Yeah, moving on. Let's edit my citizen list. I need builders. Because we're going to leave...
Can you revoke citizenship if you don't like people?
No. I do not have that ability. All I can do is take away their jobs. Which... I mean, also seems like a...
Beej, did you give into the dark side, like, real early?
I haven't taken away anybody's jobs. I've been trying to save everybody. I don't want anybody to die. And I think I've been doing a pretty damn good job of that, actually. I've been very good to all of the people who serve under my charge. Now let's allocate my treasures.
Oh, looks like our polls are starting to come in. Oh, no, not yet. Not for Victoria.
So it came all the way down island.
It's like, okay, let's watch Duncan. Duncan's interesting.
That sounds good, yeah.
Yeah.
1 polls reported in out of 229. This'll be
Yeah.
a while. I mean, when it comes down to it, really, like, so goes Duncan, so goes the country, right? Like,
Exactly.
that is what they say. Oh, I haven't given... Right, I guess I lost the person who's wearing my striped undies.
Homero?
Yeah, probably. Who am I going to give my striped undies to? I'm going to guess...
That is a question we must ask ourselves in these trying times.
Probably my least strong...
I don't know if anyone wants to be Trudeau in the sheets. Wait, which Trudeau? Tacitus Vigil. Which Trudeau in the sheets? It matters.
Agreed.
But which way?
I'm gonna give... I think Tegan can have that sword. The pillow, rather. Excellent.
What is the population of Duncan?
It's probably got to be at least... I don't know. I'm gonna say 18,000.
I'm guessing 10.
Okay.
Yep, Duncan, BC. Oh, wow, we were both really off.
Is it 5?
4.9. It was like they're close enough to like Cowichan to like absorb some of that.
Well, there's a fairly good population spread on the island, is what I thought, right? Like,
Well, it's like they're in an entire district with Cowichan and Yubo.
So everyone drives into there if they don't want to go to Nanaimo. Makes sense.
And Langford. Part of Langford, at least.
Where's my boom maker? I guess I'm walking. Oh, right, no, it's over here.
4 Point Roberts.
Oh dear.
Always the bridesmaid.
Boom. I was reading something today where the person writing, I thought, made a really excellent point, where they said that the "I'm voting for the economy," like that kind of thing, is essentially now just a code word. Because if you're voting for the economy and you're voting conservative, those two things don't align to each other, because
Considering past activities.
Exactly.
Yeah, real gamer cow. Victoria, the city, small, but Victoria, the municipality, the greater Victoria area, let's call it, is reasonably a big size for Canada. Not as big as Vancouver. Nowhere near as big as Vancouver.
But it was one of those things where it's like,
oh, there goes Central Saanich towards green.
The one green.
Elizabeth May.
Yeah. One poll is reported in. But I mean, that was the thing that, like, this is essentially the new dog whistle. If somebody
I think Central Saanich
is saying, "I'm voting for the economy," that's not really what they mean. That's what they mean is that I agree with the racist and homophobic and all these terrible policies.
Saanich Girl violence.
Because people don't, like, economic policy isn't reflected in what the Conservatives have been doing for like the last 10 years. So it's like, if you're voting for that because you're like, well, they're clearly going to do this, it's like they haven't done that job already. So therefore, how do you actually feel? It seems like you're kind of in line with this whole, a lot of the more dog whistle and now more overt racism that they're willing to put out. And I'm like, that's really complicated as a statement. And it's not something you can address someone to their face, right? It's not something you can just say to somebody, hey, so you voted Conservative, I guess you're a racist. And I'm like, that's...
You can say that.
You can say that, but it's kind of unfair, you know, because it's like there are a lot of people out there who are like, I'm not a racist, I believe in these things. I'm like,
and the hard part about you're voting for your MP as opposed to voting for the party itself, necessarily. Because it's like, your MP might be awesome.
Yeah.
You might have a Conservative MP that's real cool to you.
Exactly.
Lock the door when you leave. Oh, can you? I'll lock the door.
Okay. It was one of those things that made me feel bad, because it was like I know some people who would vote Conservative, And I would feel very bad having that idea about them, that it's like, these people, you know, they voted conservative because of what, but then also, it's like, oh, you kind of are voting in this way that is this racist way, and that's not cool at all. And so I'm just left in this thing of I can't fucking deal. So yeah, I got some art.
Oh.
What's it look like? It is Guggo. They did a contest where you could send in
no,
fan art.
I've been here before.
Okay.
This isn't my first art rodeo.
Ah. What on earth is... Oh, okay. Let's do this then. Let's lose a bunch of people. You guys have probably never done that, though, I'm guessing, right?
What?
You haven't run a... Like, hey, draw us some fan art and we will include it in the game.
No, we did do a contest where someone watching a stream won something and could create a character that we would write into the game.
Okay.
As like a quest person.
Okay.
And that happened. Mostly we just give people crap.
Ah.
Just be like, here's some game stuff.
You can have this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to... You don't get a extra benefit out of it.
Not usually, no. Sometimes I give people forum badges. I have that power.
That's cool.
It gives them forum points on our forum.
Neat.
Yep.
Alright, now I can demolish that cake. More art. Linos. I'm not sure what's going on there.
I think it has a single eye.
Okay.
Unblinking.
This one's called The Unblinking Eye. Oops. Nope. What is happening? Oh, that is a thing. Okay.
Yes.
They're very agreeable.
Yes. Oh no! No!
I should never take my eyes off the screen when stuff is happening, because we really
Because you could unearth
think, yeah,
death.
Death could come out of the hole.
You may have dug too deep, Beej. Too deep.
I've gone too deep, and now, oh, for example,
Watermelons
yeah,
with sweets.
yeah.
Much like FT from Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Wow, I've never seen that movie.
Well, any vegetable or fruit with feet reminds me of that movie.
Okay.
Several of those movies, because I actually mostly only saw the second one, but I had the Game Boy game.
Okay. What on earth has happened? I mean, there's this guy. Fuck it. Pile on. I am not hurting anything. Like,
It's fine to be a pacifist, Beej.
He needs something else to do him in.
Maybe he has a vulnerability state related to his charging.
He would have to. I don't know what it is.
Have you never watched boss patterns? You don't do that?
I can't. Well, I'll be completely honest. It's 1 a.m. in this game. I can't fucking see black on black. Like, it's...
Do you want me to adjust the gamma for you?
I don't... I might be fine. I mean,
So you need new eyes.
I might just need new eyes. I mean, really, when it comes down to it.
Don't we all?
Oh, I need a lumberjack. Come with me. Okay.
Oh wow, Captain Spam. I've totally forgot about the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes cartoon, but yes, that is a thing that existed.
Wow. Okay. I thought the movie was like, here is this movie, and you do and the Killer Tomatoes attacked, and then everybody was done, and George Clooney was in it. How would you do a cartoon? Do they just...
Was he the underwater parachute dude?
Maybe? Somebody told me that he was in it.
Like, this was a thing I watched when I was a kid, so I have no context for like how an adult would perceive.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
I was kind of interested to hear that Lloyd Kaufman is going to Edmonton to act with Mark Meer and some stuff in Tiny Plastic Men. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
I was like, for like Dynasty?
No,
Tiny Plastic Men.
Yeah, Tiny Plastic Men. I'm like, okay. Oh, that is a lot of effing mushrooms. Holy shit. What on earth is going on? Ugh. What burst out of the ground? Do I need farmers to do this? I do, don't I?
No. George Clooney had a mullet.
George Clooney had a mullet.
Behold.
Wow, shit.
Oh, I think he worked at the pizza place. Yeah, there we go. That's what character he was. In Return of the Killer Tomatoes.
Oh. That's right, it was franchised.
We just told you that there are 2 movies, a cartoon show and a Game Boy game.
I do remember the Game Boy game. I remember somebody pointing that out to me anyway. There we go.
Oh man, G-Dorf, you're right. Maybe we'll have a census again. Imagine all of the useful information we'll get.
Yeah. I mean, what kind of qualifies as useful now that there's like a, 4-year gap?
Well, I mean, like, we won't necessarily have trends.
But we'll have some information back.
Up-to-date trends.
It'll be like,
you'll be able to, like, tell over time.
Like, remember the dark times when we didn't have this information? I kind of, like, what I really wanted was, and maybe this happened and I don't know, and I kind of want it to be true. What I kind of want to be true is a bunch of, oh, that's where the fucking God memo is.
Inside the Spinning Man?
This was the guy I had to fight, and this is how you fight him. He'll be rolling around, knock him around to make
sure
him
he doesn't get past.
Burn calories.
Yeah. Oh, this person.
This was the
one that
pinball
you raged about.
Yeah, for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for that. And now it's nothing but...
I assume your riding is Victoria?
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or are you in Saanich? Okay. I can't... Because Saanich is north of Finlayson, isn't it? Or like you're like right on the edge.
I am right on the border where Finlayson is, and because of where Quadra is, there was a thing where it was like you might not belong there. Murray Rankin was my NDP candidate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Joanne Roberts, I think, was my Green candidate.
And as much as I liked All Things West,
yeah,
or All Points West, yes, the CDC. Yes.
So this was a pinball game I had to play.
You won! Look at
no,
you!
I mean,
Yay!
beforehand, it was.
Yay!
I mean, I did win.
Yay!
Yay! And it was a pain in the ass.
Yay!
Yay! Oh, there's art. Nice. It was worth coming here.
Was it?
Yeah.
Did you? Oh.
See?
Oh.
It's kind of pretty. What I had to do is I had to knock down a rock here with miners so that I could hit him when he was 50 kilograms onto that fork. And we were kind of convinced that there was no way we were going to be able to... Well, I was doing all the work.
You were doing all the work.
And Heather was trying to not divorce me.
I mean, like, that's yet to be seen.
It's true, yeah.
Takes a while for paperwork.
The jury is still out. But yeah, that was not a good scene. And
Real Gamer Cal, I don't think you can jump in this game. Therefore, you can't jump into a hole.
That's correct. I even tried to go in the hole there, and it did not let me in. So, all right, I guess. Yeah, I know, right? I am leaving this area.
I mean, that'll be in my head for as long as I don't think about Mummy's Alive. There it goes.
All right, I'll go back to where there is different music. But yeah, that was a nightmare because there's no description in the game that tells you how to defeat him.
But you just had a piece of paper
that
tells you how to defeat him.
I did not see that originally. I had to rely on people in the chat because you're supposed to find the god memos before you go fight them, and
There is an entire internet here.
I dare you. Go find a thing that tells you how to defeat him.
Little King Story, Rolly Fat Man.
Yeah, and watch the YouTube video you find.
Is he a boss or?
Oh, he's a boss. Shishka Boo Boo.
Shishka Boo Boo.
Yeah, Shishka Babu.
This guy's a roller-play man with sweets on the brain. Your third boss.
Yeah. So every time he hits your thing that he bounces off, because you have men who are guarding you, every time he hits one of them, he flies. He does one damage to them, and then they move back, and another one comes forward. And then you take all your royal guards, and you take miners with you, because the miners have to knock down the rocks at the end of the thing. But you can only trigger the ability to send a miner to the end of the field by hitting certain things on the board.
By sending your miners to attack Shishka Boo Boo, the miners will break the rock surrounding his body and return him to his normal bouncy self.
Yeah, that's another thing.
There's a thing that's in the walkthrough.
If he falls in the hole, he comes out as a rock, and then the miner can hit him and be like, okay, cool, that will actually, that will...
Shishka Boo Boo falls in the hole up there, he'll come back as a solid rock.
Yes.
And then you use the miners to break the rock.
That's correct. But where that fork was, there are rocks sitting there as well.
Yeah, it says there's rocks there.
Yeah.
You have to use miners.
You have to send miners. The thing is, you can't just send miners up anytime you want. You have
to... It took me like 5 seconds to find this walkthrough.
Yes. But it doesn't help to know these things. You have to wait for it to happen in the pinball game. And that was the problem, because it was trying to make sense of what was going on. Then Heather looked up, she's like, oh, you do this? And I'm like, it doesn't matter, because how do we trigger the thing to make the other stuff happen? It's like, well, it just happens, apparently. You just do it. It's not... The walkthrough might give you a sense of what it is you have to do, but it doesn't really help you finish it. There's no real good strategy. You just play pinball and hope you don't die in the meantime. Which kind of sucks. it's kind of the if you watch a video of it, you'll see what I mean because it's very random. He hits you and he bounces around and.
I'm not going to.
All right, that's fair.
I deserve my happiness.
That's
I'm
actually a good point.
I'm going to close this page.
I'm sorry, I was reading a thing.
So you don't have to read the thing anymore.
I was reading a thing in the chat.
Read that thing.
I'll read
Look,
this
you
thing.
got mush.
Yeah.
And meat.
Dolly meat.
And gold.
Yeah, so much gold.
So much gold. How
Lots
will
of
you overspend it?
Don't. Phew.
How?
That much gold. I need more.
How? Beej.
Well, there are expenses to run a kingdom.
Beej.
Oh, God.
Beej.
Yeah. Yes, Corey.
How?
Well, there are power-ups and new buildings.
What if you just played a different game?
No, I like this game. It's good. I do like it. By comprehending...
Oh, jeez. Wow. Libs are at 125. Elected.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, that was a serious correction of 180 to whatever.
Yeah, no, that's again
Wow.
their leading count in with the elected.
Were they not also a majority in the 90s as well? Yeah. So really, the Blue Jays potentially winning the World Series, the Liberals having elected...
It's the 90s again!
I know, right? The 90s are back. Well...
Oh, and looking at the way, like, the States is going with the Dems and...
No.
Democratic president, liberal prime minister,
God, that would be...
Trudeau as prime minister.
Yeah, I know, right? The 60s have returned.
And potentially Clinton as president. It's like... So many anachronisms.
God, white people love their dynasties.
I mean, all people do, really.
All people really love dynasties, yeah. I mean, I would love to see Bernie Sanders actually get the primary. I think that would be astounding. I don't know if that would mean that everybody who votes Dem would vote for him or not, but it would be really interesting to see.
I'm pretty sure that's the way the American electoral system works, is that you have to vote for the party you're registered with.
Yes, that's right.
I'm pretty sure.
I have never understood the whole register with a party, then go to the election. They say, "Who are you registered to vote for?" I'm voting Dem. It's like, great. Here's your Democrat ballot. I don't get that. Because I don't... Does that mean that ballot only has Democrats on it? Does it mean that they're all on one side of the form, so you just pop all the holes on the way down? Like, I don't get what is special about one ballot versus another ballot. It's really weird. I'm sure there must be a reason for it, but...
I mean, Lord Hoskin, in all actuality, we absorb so much American media that we're about as informed as any American is on the current state of the candidate race.
Yeah. You're constantly
Although, like,
seeing
our
it.
election taking forever, and then yours still being, like, a year away, it's like, of course the Americans are running now.
Yeah.
But it's like, ugh, Canada, it takes so long.
It was...
So much money!
It's funny because I know that on John Oliver,
Forever.
he made the joke that it's like,
No, that's cute. And
Yeah.
we're like, it's usually like 6 weeks.
yeah, it's usually super short and that it doesn't cost a lot of money. And the thing
And
is...
those signs have to be gone in 48 hours.
Yeah.
Most of them will be gone tomorrow.
We don't...
All of the signs.
We don't have the kind of money to sustain a really long election anyway.
Because we're really tiny.
Yeah.
And everything's very far away.
Yes. We vote with a piece of paper that's folded in a weird, like, way.
It's like a trifold, so that it folds back, and then there's like a bit that they have to rip off.
Yeah, and that
then
folds
you shove
over.
it in a box.
Yeah. So you have,
and then
like...
it gets counted a few times.
A piece it's just a piece of paper that folds in half, but then there's like a little extra bit that folds
flap.
like that, right?
The little flap is what the mark goes on, so it gets like super concealed.
Yeah, and then that way they tear off the piece, and they keep that as the receipt that this vote was voted for.
And monitored.
And monitored.
And it's like, there's all sorts of checks in place.
Yeah, to make sure that nothing got screwed with. The ballot is the names of all the candidates who are running in your riding.
With the list of what party they're for.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
And I don't think they're random order. I think they're alphabetical order in terms of last name. And then they all have a white circle, a big white circle next to them that's about the size of a quarter.
Yeah, it's huge.
And you put an X in it with a pencil, and then you're done.
Yeah.
Not even
you
a
get
pen.
a little golf pencil.
Yeah. And that's all there is to it. Like, it's the kind of, like, we don't vote on ballot initiatives. We don't have a multi-issue votes or stuff like that. None of that stuff ever happens. Why am I waking up in the middle of the fucking night?
Maybe go to sleep later.
Well,
maybe you can only sleep a limited hours. Maybe it's because you're a baby.
I'm gonna have a look at my alarm clock.
Baby! You can set your alarm clock.
Yeah, I think my alarm clock's poorly set.
That seems to be the time.
Like, I can't tell.
Can you switch to 24-hour time?
I don't know how! It's like, when do you want to wake up? And I'm like, 7 a.m.? It's like, fuck you! How do I know what 7 o'clock it is? God damn. Anyway.
So it always wakes you up at the next time that hour comes, whether it's AM or PM. So if you have it set to 7, you'll wake up AM if you go to bed at 6 AM. But PM if you go to bed at 8 AM.
So I could just go to bed right now, but I would sleep through the entire day.
Yes.
Whatever. I'd rather be awake when it's bright out so I can actually see
You
what I'm doing.
sleep the shortest time to that hour.
That makes sense. Daytime! Lovely. Alright. Now I need to... I don't know how to defeat the beetle. Should I... Maybe I just go to the Bony Kingdom. Alright. Wait, I need to take a lot of other dudes with me, though. Which means I need to train up other people. Oh, God.
So much work.
I know.
Being king.
Mm-hmm.
Video games.
It's a rough gig.
Am I right?
You are absolutely right.
100%. It could be more difficult. You could deal with Thaco.
I'm gonna give this to my other dude. Shouldn't I? No, whatever. It's fine.
I mean, it's technically my job to be trapped in the 90s. Never-ending inverted math nightmare.
I was told it made perfect sense.
You can work it out, but it doesn't make perfect sense.
It's not intuitive.
No. It's not that it's not intuitive, it's that it's backwards. Everyone knows it.
Okay. Oh, I never went to the beach to rescue a guy who might have come back from the dead. He might be gone for reals now. That's too bad. I mean, I'm not choked up over it, clearly.
I mean, if I'm going to be in the 90s, I'm going to be a kid again.
You collect pogs?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I had large tubes of pogs.
Did you really?
Yeah. They had the jumbo tubes when I was a kid.
Oh, wow.
I mean, like, technically pogs were a thing when my mom was a kid, too.
Okay.
So it's like their third or fourth recurrence, but
okay,
I had pogs.
I did not realize that was the thing. Like, pogs I thought were just always... were only a 90s thing. I never knew that because I didn't take much interest
because they're milk
in...
caps.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you'd have to go back to a time where they had milk caps.
I'm not imagining that. I'm just thinking about what it is I wanted to do next year. Oh, I know.
Talk to question people.
I'll take a break.
Oh.
I mean, these are my other...
Mysterious.
There's this I could do. Maybe I'll go do that, and then we'll... go do that, and then I will... we'll take a break.
Patty Pie. I'll never be a squid.
You can come over and play if you want.
Not until better paint rollers.
That's actually, yeah, okay. Whoa,
Like the paint roller.
What is this? Shit. I'm afraid.
Like, it looks like one of those little, like, bobble-headed things, but bigger.
Yeah. Oh, some more people found love. That's a relief. I am victorious!
If it's the 90s, orbits are back.
Oh, nice. I've never had orbits.
I liked them.
I've never actually heard
They went away.
I don't think anyone actually has ever admitted that before.
I liked orbits.
That's good.
No one you know has admitted it because everyone you know is 10 years older than I am.
That's true.
I liked episode 1. I saw it 3 times in theaters.
Wow.
I was 12.
I guess, I mean, I liked episode 1, and then I left the theater and thought about it a little bit and was like, oh.
And then you bought 2 more tickets on consecutive days.
No, I didn't do that.
With your friends and family.
Wow. No, I remember getting angry. A little bit. And then more angry. Later.
I was actually probably 13.
Okay.
Just gonna
Yeah.
line that up with the timeline.
No, I remember going to see it and then being like, wow, this is amazing, and getting to the end and being like, no, I mean, well, yeah, I just spent all that money on it,
And
so it
then
must
I
have been
didn't
good.
own an N64 and I couldn't pod racing until I went to the dentist in Oregon. And they had it.
Oh, they had episode 1 Racer?
They had the pod racing on their N64 that they had in the lobby because they were a fancy dentist.
That's pretty fancy.
Fancy dentist.
N64 in the lobby.
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay, so I'm guessing...
Plummeting Sloth, what flavor of orbits? Because I preferred orange. Or it was like a nectarine or something. Navel. I must kill this fruit fly.
No, that doesn't work.
This is my goal for the evening.
Killing the fruit
Kill
fly?
the fruit fly.
I don't think... Okay.
I did it! Well, it's still moving, but technically I prevented it from flying ever again.
Oh, there we go.
Much like that! I just did that to a fruit fly.
Oh, shit.
With my hands.
That's not gonna work. You flipped it over and then...
Then I threw it on the ground.
Threw it on the ground.
It's fine.
Okay. Now that I can see what I'm doing, yes, I am more confident in fighting my way through what's about to happen. Just get on there!
Jump on it.
I guess he only has one freeze condition. Okay.
What else was good in the 90s?
Clearly Canadian. I heard that made a comeback actually recently.
What is that?
It is seltzer, essentially.
Ah, that is why I don't care. Yes.
Oh, did we get there?
It looks dead.
I murdered it.
You killed the thing.
Picked up a staff.
Staff!
And now I need,
Watermelon?
no, I need a, something to bust that. None of these guys know how to do it.
Lumbermans.
I need lumbermans. But that's okay. Like,
We should go to commercial.
we should go to commercial.
Yes. Called it.
Actually, maybe what I'll do.
Commercial!
I'm gonna go back to the castle. I have to do that anyway, so.
Just gonna attempt to make all of the faces at you.
Okay, good. Go to commercial. Stop making faces. I wonder what the voter turnout has been so far. I thought that was interesting.
Oh yeah, just like the total number. Sorry.
Oh, there we go. It's like, I wonder what happened to my game.
Nothing.
It's fine. Okay, so I came back because I need lumberjacks. Also, I beat a thing, so maybe I'll hand that staff to somebody. Find out what it is. Staff. Alright, I got other things. I lay seaweed. Oh, transistors. Why?
Yes, sir.
Damn it. Everyone gotta get paid. I'll pay everybody first. We'll worry about saving briefly later. This is a new thing, by the way. They've never asked for payment before. It's a fuck ton of money, dude.
It's half your money.
Yeah.
Good, you found a place to spend it.
Yes. I bet you there comes a point where though I have to like stop paying them because it doesn't make any sense to keep paying them. That's the ping pong room. Did you get it?
No.
Alright. I believe in you.
It went up. And now I can't see it anymore. Oh. There it is. It's yours now.
I'll name it.
What will you name it, Beej?
It can be the new German Gandir.
Oh,
I know, right?
my nemesis.
Sounds good. I don't know where the old one got to, so I figure...
I don't think it's tweeted at me for like a year.
No.
We'll have to step up its game, or this fruit fly will replace it. For the... How long do they live? 2 weeks?
Yeah. I guess if we just,
How long does a housefly live? Like,
which has a longer lifespan?
which lives longer?
I'm not-
German Gandir is probably dead.
Mm-hmm.
Probably still at olds. Probably a tiny, dry fly corpse.
You're eaten by something, maybe.
In a lighting fixture.
Yeah.
The page is just isn't loading. Probably slammed. Slammed.
And welcome to the jammed. Oh, a super weapon. God, it's like an XCOM tech tree in here. I hope my guys get plasma
Tiny and
rifles.
insignificant?
Kinda. But ultimately vital for the success of the game. All right.
Unspoken kibbles? That's not up to me. It's asking about me having a stream.
Ah, yeah, no, that isn't, right? That's the
No,
thing.
it's just...
No, that is
Time will tell.
Exactly. Fridays are pretty open. See, the thing about Corey is, She
I
has a proper job making video games. So, much like me, like I stream Monday nights because
you have a real job.
I have a real job, and I need to stream on a night.
Not like these scurbs with their fancy made-up job.
I know, right?
That supports them.
I could stream anytime. If you guys want to like get the Patreon up to about 50,000 a month,
yeah, there you go.
then we can
50,000 new goal.
Yeah, that should be our new level, I think. We can get.
Wasn't the calculation to get everyone full time higher than that?
I think it is higher than that.
50,000 a month.
Well, U.S., right?
Oh yeah, it is U.S.
Yeah, so you're backing.
So yeah, no, that is pretty close to what we were talking about.
And if our dollar stays shit, that's really good.
Oh man,
yeah.
Our dollar had better never recover back to its previous parity.
God, it's glory days.
Of a few years ago.
I know, right? Like, but that was amazing. It was
so recently.
I should have bought a fucking iPhone back then and not like waited until now. But you know, that's what happens when you play the market. Anyway.
Agent Brain. I work for Beamdog, working on the Baldur's Gate series. So various Infinity Engine properties I work on.
Yeah, you have a very cool job, I think.
I have many jobs,
yes.
Beej. Not sure you know this.
No, I don't, actually.
I'm on several teams. I do programming and scripting and art technical.
So, like, converting drawn art into...
game stuff.
Game art, yeah. Okay.
So, do that. I do some web stuff for internal stuff. Things, stuff, secrets.
Yeah. Let's be clear.
An NDA that I'm certain I have somewhere.
We need to be clear that a lot of your job you can't talk about. So, it's certainly nice to ask. Also,
I can tell you all about Siege of Dragonspear, the sequel to Baldur's Gate.
But not Baldur's Gate 2.
But not Baldur's Gate 2.
Does it actually, it rides as the prequel to Baldur's Gate 2 then as well? Like it's right in the middle there? Was that the idea?
Yeah, it goes between.
Okay. Alright. If I get enough people married, then I can make room in my party for lumberjacks.
Unspoken Kibbles, I am learning Blender in my free time, and our real 3D modelers laugh at me whenever I tell them that.
That you're learning Blender?
Yeah.
What do they use, Maya? Or
Maya and Max.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it depends. Maya's got a different coordinate system, so it matches up with some things a little better, like without conversion, and then Max is a powerhouse.
I see.
Yeah.
No, go away. Alright, well, they're gonna get married.
Unspoken Kibbles, no, it's not that. It is a reference to just general posing. Like, the sitting there with, like, the thumb in your hand. Like that.
Yeah. Yes.
It's just a general anime thing.
That's true. Is that actually literally the sign language sign for lesbian? I was not aware of that.
It depends, like, CSL?
Oh, okay.
I don't know, ASL?
But that's some Half-Life 3 confirmed shit right there, I have to say.
Yeah, actually, like, Lord Hawk is asking if there's any Go for the Eyes, and, like, I'm pretty sure we announced that Jim Cummings was in the recording studio, so we'll have potentially some more Go for the Eyes.
Oh, okay. I haven't played the games yet, so I don't know what any of that means. I apologize. I'm guessing it's a line from the game. Alright, nobody wants to be married anymore. What a relief.
Ep8, Baldur's Gate is more of a slow walker, actually, unless you're a monk or have haste. Then you can be a speed walker. There is no running. For that, you need Planescape Torment, where there is running.
So, there's no fast travel in Baldur's Gate at all? You just walk from place to place?
I always cheat, so there's lots of fast travel.
Nice.
There are so many developer tools for getting somewhere.
That makes perfect sense. I mean, because of course there is.
Farley F, it is not actually difficult to learn the basics of programming. The difficult part is learning whatever library or framework that you want to use, because you just have to learn a lot of the specific language that you need for a certain tool. Like, beyond that, it's like if you can count, you can probably program. It's like linear algebra is useful for it, for doing any 3D or 2D like animation stuff, but anything else, it's like pretty much anyone can.
I mean, when I took, like, I am not a good programmer. We've had this conversation, you and me.
Yeah.
But I, like, when I am able to accomplish some programming stuff, like, I am able to do it, right? Like, I do end up feeling like it's like, okay, I can make this happen. I'm just going to need a lot of time to get there. And, which, I mean, much to the chagrin of my boss, right? Who's like, no, I'm going to need you to make that a lot faster than you're actually doing it. It's like, but I am not. And like most Windows administrators, we are not programmers to start off with. We are very used to click a thing on a mouse and learn all these things in the background, right? So you, from the world that you're used to, is how that kind of comes across. But
yeah, but it's like even the scripting that you're doing is so far separated from what I'm doing with the tools I have that I would be in a similar spot.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of learning programming is, if you look at a lot of different languages, you know what you can expect to be there.
Right.
But there's still stuff for dealing with servers that is unique to servers.
Yeah, and
you won't learn through any other language tool.
Yeah, and when I have to sit down and learn how to do something in PowerShell, it's like, well, I got to know, does a commandlet exist for that? And that's like you being like, well, what do I actually have in the standard library? Is there actually like, is there a function that I can use that does this thing for me? Do I have to write a brand new function to do that? And yeah, it's a lot of time. There's a lot of self-education involved.
And like saying all of that, a lot of video games are more gross and disgusting than anyone would ever believe. And as long as it works, that is more or less what matters.
Well, because it's ultimately you are kludging this stuff together because it's got a deadline to meet. You're trying to make a certain thing,
or just
like the train that you were telling me about in that one game.
Fallout 3.
In Fallout 3.
Fallout 3, they made an NPC with a train for a head so that they could make trains work. It's kludgy, but
yeah,
it's the systems they had available.
And you would never know that it's a guy with a train for a head, except for the fact that then they end up revealing that, and you're like, oh, okay, that's like, now I understand what that's all about. And I thought that was hilarious when I heard that, but I was also like, that's exactly what you do in those situations. Of course that's what you do. You don't be like, well, I think I can gin up an entire rail system, and it's like, no, why don't you just make this?
Often, like, being lazy is valuable.
Yeah. And it's why you end up seeing glitches and stuff in games, because it's like, well, we only could program it this way.
That's not always because of laziness. That can be because of cleverness. People being clever is awful a lot of the time, because you're just like, I can't read this or follow this, and I don't know why it's this way, because it's a shortcut that only works in this one scenario. And then you have to, like, unpick something that's incomprehensible.
There's got to be somebody in there. Get in the hole. What will you find? Maybe the beetle was my prize? Or my boss? Yeah.
You found a fridge.
I found a fridge. It's good.
Why does the flying machine need a refrigerator?
I think some sort of coolant.
Or it's a clubhouse.
Yeah,
and it will never get off the
I
ground.
think you're probably right. I mean, I found the media player first, right? So I am starting to suspect that you have a finer handle on this than I do. Or about what's about to happen than... Yeah. Alright, so where is my... Whoa, that just popped up. I have a guy in my party that he can... He can find hidden treasure, which means I end up...
You just found that?
Yeah,
gold!
He was walking along and he tripped over something and it's like, oh yeah, here's some gold. And it's like, shit, that's super handy. What is down here?
Nothing.
Well, I'm glad I did that then. I'm super happy I've wasted everyone's time.
Me especially.
Oh, this music. What is this from? Is this from Marriage of Figaro? Or
it sounds like Figaro.
Yeah. I have to fight it. Fuck. God booze. God booze?
God booze?
I
already drank all of mine.
Oh, okay. I think I go to there and go... That seems like it's on that island there. Is that the back way in? Looks like it's the back way in.
Go in the back way.
I'm gonna have to go in the back way.
Do it!
What's the best way to do that? I can't zoom in on the map, I don't think.
You have to leave this area.
I have to leave the area. Oh, okay, if I go up that way and come out this way.
From Rigoletto.
Okay, cool.
I believe that.
I'm willing to believe it as well. Maybe I will go up that way.
Beej, have you seen the new Star Wars trailer?
No.
Do you care?
No.
The Do You Care was added by me.
Yeah, I know. No, I haven't seen it, and no, I don't care. I've actually stayed away from a lot of the Star Wars stuff, and I'm not saying that as a point of pride, like, oh, I don't own a television. It's more of a, this has precious little to, like, you know what? That movie's coming out. Probably, they're selling tickets for it now, so it must be coming out pretty soon. I don't
December.
know. Shit, okay, cool. Quiptember, as far as I'm concerned. I don't care when it's coming out.
Quiptember isn't a real month.
I know, right? It will come out.
If Quiptember was a real month, would you eat oysters during it?
If Quiptember was a real month, I'd have my birthday during it.
Oh. On what day? The 10th? The 10th of Quiptember?
Probably the 10th of Quiptember. It was the 10th of Quiptember. A day I'll always remember. Minor tremors. Okay, good. It's when you live in Alberta, you never think about A, earthquakes, and B, tidal waves.
We had earthquakes. From other places. No, the thing about Alberta is, if there's ever a super volcano, it's there.
Yeah.
And there will be diamonds!
I mean, there will be thousands dead, but there will be diamonds.
Get a nice cresty volcano.
Oh, did it find a... Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He found a hole. Oh, shit.
G-Dwarf, I would really only suggest Python for people that are on, like, a macro Linux, because otherwise some of the setup can be a little kludgy for first time. Like, it depends on what framework they want to learn. Because if it's like, I want to learn Unity, I've heard everything about Unity, then it's like your choices are C# or JavaScript. And I would aim for C# in that scenario, but JavaScript has a lot of applications outside of Unity. It's like, I want to learn Node or jQuery, whatever. So it depends on what you want to do.
Right. Well, and if you, if you're doing stuff in JavaScript, you're building that very broad base of, I can program a lot of stuff in a lot of different. There's a lot. But
it depends on what framework you want to use, right?
Oh, right. Because
some of them don't speak to each other.
Right.
It's like if you're using Node, then you might not be using the common require methods, or you might be running it independently and it might not work in a browser.
Now I kill that guy, and everyone is happy, especially me.
Yeah, you can pick up the Visual Studio Community Edition, I believe it's called, the Community Edition? Yeah. I would not necessarily suggest picking up Monogame because of some of the XNA processing that you need for assets. I'm currently enjoying Hacks as a language. It transcompiles and was nice, but setting that up might be a pain. Yeah, and G-Dwarf, when I was in school, we did Java as our first object-oriented stuff, and the majority of stuff that I do for work is C++ because it's kind of grandfathered in because of the engine. It's all very complicated. It depends on what you want to do.
So beyond here, I believe, is where the guy is,
Good job, username!
That big dragon is. I'm not sure I'm allowed in there yet. So that might be a problem. Let's see. Oh, okay, I can go through here. I mean, why wouldn't you put someone in a random hole? How would that ever work out badly? Where are we? I guess I'm in the right area? Maybe? Sure. Nope. There was a Oh. There he is. This is gonna hurt a lot.
Do it! Don't do it!
I can't. I don't want to do it until I'm sure that...
Unspoken Kibbles. I have a particular hate on for Lua and Objective-C. For different reasons. One, because Lua is not strongly typed, and Objective-C is unreadable to me just because of the inclusion of square brackets in a way that I'm not expecting.
Do you think that you would work on Swift?
Yeah, I've done that.
Okay. And
I've played with that.
As more of a...
you mean like as an actual thing?
Yeah, where it's like I want to do some iOS development, and so I'm going to...
I don't think I'm the type of person that would solely develop for a single platform.
Right, but if you wanted to make an iOS thing, you might be like, okay, I will do this in
I would
Swift.
probably, like, for the majority of things, I would wrap a web app.
Oh, okay.
Or, like, with Hacks, I would write it in something that transcompiles.
Oh, okay, okay.
And I would just be like, I don't want to deal with Objective-C or Swift.
Right.
No touchy. And then I get something that's kind of, you know, C# or action scripty. Because that's where I more or less started with ActionScript. It's just AS3, not Flash itself.
You could do that.
Made the Give Up Robot. My friend Matt. Although Matt's name is bigger on it.
Back in the hole. Okay, good. I doubt they can help. Oh, they will. That's our god booze. I don't know. Jungle juice. So rocket fuel. This is somebody's distilled rocket fuel. Mixed nuts and pretzels. Nice.
And Aaron, I tried, I recently got a MacBook to take away from the home to program on, and I tried with Xamarin to cross-compile mono, but I found processing some of the assets to be too kludgy to work quickly with.
Okay, now I can get out of here.
It felt like it was in my way and fighting me, and I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. So now I'm in Sublime Text and just hacking away at crap.
And pleased.
Night Husk.
My boss has asked me to implement a thing where I can identify based on one JSON. We have a web.
So you're parsing a JSON.
We're parsing a JSON record. Based on a JSON record, figure out, based on the information in the JSON record, the virtual location of a virtual server, whether it's in one data center or another data center. And then update the DNS settings on that server based on where the thing is. And what's funny is that in my head, I see it all.
Yeah, but getting it to... I was
getting it made up in letters.
Yesterday, I was poking with some JavaScript stuff, and I was, trying to deal with Confluence and write a Confluence plugin for a reason. And it was just how do I do it with these stubs that used to be my hands? How do I parse JSON stringify or JSON parse? What am I doing? Yeah.
There's all these...
my personal preference for dealing with any JSON or CSV stuff is Ruby.
Oh, okay.
It's just if I have free reign, I'm just Ruby.
I'll do a thing in Ruby.
Yeah.
It's great because if I'm getting what were they called, hash tables? If I'm getting a hash objects, what the fuck did we call them?
Map.
It was in PowerShell. It's called something hash something other. I thought it was
hash map.
In
hash bin. Hash bucket.
I thought it was a hash table.
Hash table.
I guess it is hash table.
Hash table?
Someone will probably will probably make sense of it for me. But it's essentially matched pairs, right? Here is a thing, and then here is the thing that here is the name of a record, and here's what the record actually says, and it all shows up in a big table. And I was just kind of PowerShell uses hash tables. So me trying to understand how that worked, because all of our Perl stuff was, of course, being done with hash tables as well, and trying to understand how do you write this and how do you make this stuff work, and then how do I interpret all this and how do I make these things, and it's just and it's I need to be able to get a thing and then do this, and what I've been doing is taking stuff and storing it in a hash table and then updating, and now my new thing is go back to that same hash table, find the value you need, and then use that to trigger a PowerShell command on these other servers. I'm it's just the reverse of what I've been doing. I'm okay, that's cool. And then now we have a new thing where he also wants...
Make them merry.
He wants me to report the whatever, because we have multiple domains. We have development domains and production domains. He's maybe we need to actually record what domain stuff is. And I'm like, I've been wanting to do that since I got here, essentially. And so he wants me to do that as well, but it turns out that the way to do it is different than just storing stuff in a hash table. There is something else in the API that I need to know, and I'm like, oh no, because the guy who programs it all is very friendly, and he said he will give me a hand with it. But every time I'm asked to do something that involves programming in any way, I always feel like I'm dumb. Like I do not get.
thing, and then it's just like, I'm bad at this, and then I have to ask them a question.
And they look at you like, how did you get this job? Or
no,
you
they
feel
don't.
Like,
they don't. But
good.
it's like that. It's just like, I'm taking up this valuable person's time with my dumb request, and it's just like, if I spent like a few hours on this, maybe I would get there. But it's like, do I want to spend a few hours on this? I should probably not do that.
Yeah.
I should probably just suck it up and ask this person a question, because they'll answer it really quickly. Probably, even though they're doing a billion things at a time. It's
better than me just spinning my wheels for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess like one of the funnier things at my job is that because people are on ops all the time, like they have an operations role, and it's like you're on 24/7 at that point, like you're on call. But it's a rotating role. Everybody gets an opportunity to do this. And so I thought at some point they would put me on ops as well. I have not been put on ops yet. And there was some talk about getting me to triage tickets and do that kind of stuff, because that's how you learn how stuff works. But the problem I ran into is I'm like, you want me to triage tickets?
Yeah.
On my first day.
Yeah.
When I don't know who's in charge of anything or what any of these things mean. But you want me to do that.
Get it all wrong.
And that's what happens, right? So you're going to get a thing, and it's like, so who do I give this to? And it's like, I have to turn to the guy beside me and say, okay, this is a ticket about this. He's like, what ticket? And I'm like, well, this. And he goes and he has a look, and he's like, okay, that's something that so-and-so would have to deal with. I'm like, okay, cool, then I'd give it to them. Or then it's like, well, then there's this other ticket. Well, actually, you can give that one to me. It's okay, I'll look after that one. Okay, and then you get on that kind of roll, and you realize it's like, I am... What is happening is, I should just be watching you be on ops and see what you do while you explain stuff to me, which then slows down your ability to be on ops.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it is, they said...
Training people is expensive.
Training people's really expensive. And so I got put on something that was not a training thing, and which should have worked out in their favor, except that it is a programming thing, which did not work out in their favor, I don't think. But I've told potential employers before, it's like, you're like, how are you with coding? And it says I'm a terrible programmer. I'm like, and I'm like, I'm not good at it. If you want a good programmer, you should be talking to somebody else.
But then they genuinely want like a focused programmer.
Yeah, then they want somebody who can do that. And there have been times when their jobs have gone up where it's like, we want you to be in support. Also, we're going to need you to program some stuff.
Yeah. And
they have like we have 5 roles we want you to fill. And then I don't look at that, normally. But then my dad pointed out one the other day, because they've been looking for jobs for me, and they said that job where it was like you need to do tech support and you also need to be their primary programmer. I'm like, yeah. It's like, yeah, no, looks like they split that job into 2. And it's like, I wonder why. They probably found out that the guy they had in that role before was actually doing 2 jobs, and they didn't realize that.
Yeah, that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
All right, I almost have 4,000 somethings. But it's almost time for the end of the stream anyway, so... That's good though. But I got some cool stuff for the flying machine. That ain't nothing. And I mean, when it comes down to it, by the end of my stream, we have a better government than we started with.
We have a different government than we started with. We
don't know if it's better yet.
The Canadian government.
I know.
On stream.
Did this, we took some time and really thought about it, worked hard, and then here we are. I'm gonna save, because with that I think we're gonna end the stream a few minutes earlier than normal, but I don't see the point in going out and looking for more random little questy shit.
To throw people at.
And just to throw people at.
Human resources.
I will figure out the next time we come in and we play this, maybe I will do a proper boss.
I think you mean the other thing, don't you?
The other thing?
Next time you play?
Next time I play...
Yoshi?
Oh, well...
Woolly World?
I don't know if we will play Yoshi's Woolly World next time. I don't know that because I don't know if Heather will want to just play it at home instead of sitting here and watching me play it here. Or
That's true.
It is co-op, so two people can play at the same time. But she might want to enjoy it at home, so I guess we'll see. But
well, you're welcome, Farley F. I'm sorry that it was so unfocused an answer.
Do you want me to play for another 10 minutes? I can do that, but we're gonna do little fucking side quests.
Well, I talk about how to learn programming.
Alright, let's do some more.
No, I don't have an answer for that.
You don't have to have, like, an answer, do you? Like,
there are online tutorials that are reasonably competent for a variety of languages if you want to learn how to do something online.
Patreon's looking good. Thank you, everybody.
Yes. Okay, that's it. Shut it down.
No, we're done?
Yes.
Alright. Alright, I will go actually save. He's freshly shaven because he slept all night and all of his beard hair fell off.
Can't find the door though.
Into his pillow. No, you
Just
can't.
woke up.
Not at this fucking angle. There, that's better.
Maybe you say hour.
Now we will save again. 146 people. That's a good sized kingdom. Alright. It was saved. We all agree. We all saw he had a gun.
I hope you all were paying attention
Alright. When Beej
he
had a gun.
had a gun.
Gosh, so many texts. Excuse me. I have been burping normally recently. I'm not a weird person.
Did the demon escape?
People keep accusing me of having a demon inside me, but I think it's fine. We're gonna have.
That's the natural reaction to the sound you make.
Get TV close here for a minute. Intrude upon each other's. There, we are friends.
TV close. I'm enjoying every minute of this.
Are you really? This has been Beej's Backlog. I'm Beej.
I'm Corey.
Thanks for joining us tonight here on Loading Ready Live on Twitch TV. Next show coming up tomorrow is Heather's Handhelds with Heather Deary. She will be playing Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, I'm pretty sure. Sure. It's at 12 p.m. Pacific, 4:30 Newfoundland. If you like the show, please subscribe. Benefits. If you don't want to subscribe, follow. Let you know when we go live. Also check out loadingreadyrun.com or lrr.cc. And in fact, lrr.cc/survey, the normal spelling of survey, will take you to our survey where you can fill out things about survey.
What is the alternate spelling of survey?
I would assume you swap the
Y and the E?
No, the E and the U. Survey. Loading Ready Run is doing a survey, lrr.cc/survey. Please fill that out. Please only fill it out once. It's very handy information for us to have because it lets us know what people are enjoying, what they'd like to see more of as you know the year changes, as the year moves on. And
as time passes.
Exactly. And who is Loading Ready Run? We're an internet sketch comedy troupe. We've been doing stuff for many, many years. We have a YouTube channel and a website, and you can see things on the YouTube channel and the website. The website has links to 11 years worth of weekly sketches.
The normal pronunciation of website.
On our weblog.
We don't have a weblog.
We don't have a weblog? Not really. Kathleen said
I do.
Writes a little. You have a weblog. Oh, you do.
cc.tildehost.com.
Oh, we have a short version for that? I've been typing in Coincidence Circuit the entire time. 11 years worth of sketches. Also, crap shots, little sketchlets, 0 to 60 seconds of comedy. Feed Dump, our weekly weird news of the week. Friday nights, which is the sketch series we do for Wizards of the Coast, that's about Magic the Gathering. There's also podcasts such as Tap Tap Concede, which is about Magic the Gathering. The Lurcast, which is about not Magic the Gathering. Also, there's Magnum Rewatch, where Graham and Kathleen are rewatching episodes of Magnum PI. Corrector's Commentary, where Alex and Cam talk about movies they've enjoyed and they haven't enjoyed. Fight the Future, where Paul and his brother Dan talk about dystopian young adult fiction settings and where they would fit into that. And of course, brand new, Quirpline. I'm so excited about Quirpline. I'm glad people are enjoying Quirpline as well. It is the fictional radio show set in Innsbruck, wherever the hell that is, and the radio DJs hosting the show and the people who are involved with the show as well. And we have, we're so happy that we get to do all this cool stuff for you. It's all been funded by our fans. It's by you, for you. Thanks to the Patreon. Again, I mentioned the Patreon, patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. Please kick in some money there if you haven't. Even $1 or $2 is fine. I mean, it might...
But not beyond your means.
Yeah, never go beyond your means.
No.
If you're already an existing patron, thank you very much for doing that. If you've been thinking about doing it and you don't want to make the jump yet, that's also understandable. Exchange rates being what they are, because everything's always in US dollars, so... but yeah,
American companies work that way.
Exactly. But if you were planning on kicking in a couple bucks or whatever, wanted to be like, oh, I want to tip these guys at least for 1 month. Tip for a month if you'd like to. It does all help us, and because of the Patreon, we've now crawled over 11,500
AFK threshold.
Yes. So now we're at AFK streaming, where we can actually stream games that are not video games
on a table,
on a real table, and we've done a couple of things of that already. We're glad to be able to be doing more for you. Other people have Patreons. Alex Stacey's a Patreon. Go check out Alex Stacey's Patreon. VoxLunch.tumblr.com, I believe, has links to that. Vox Lunch. Mm-hmm. Featherweight, the cartoonist emeritus of the official, unofficial Loading Ready Run comic Stolen Jokes. StolenJokes.tumblr.com. Should also have a link to Featherweight's Patreon. If not, you should be able to find all that through our website, and then, of course, to his website as well. And you can find me doing things with my improv comedy troupe, Snaptic Chaos Theater. We are at snaptic-chaos.com. We don't have any shows coming up soon. If you'd like to see us come to a convention near you, we can totally do shows at your convention, because part of the things that we do is not just improv and not just things like the Doki Doki QQ Challenge, but also Late Night Dub Fight, and latenightdubfight.com hosts the Late Night Dub Fight. That is Ian Horner who runs all that, and he has people from SCT do that. He has people from Loading Ready Run be on that as well. We do that at pretty much every convention we can go to, should we get in. I don't know when the PAX Prime stuff is going up still, because you'd have to ask Ian about that. But yeah, that's it for all the advertising. As I say every week, I do like the look of that website.
You don't need the hyphen.
No, you don't?
No,
Oops.
it redirects.
Snapticchaos.com just goes right there. Sweet.
They both go there.
That's
you don't
perfect.
Need the hyphen.
I had no idea.
Never needed these things.
I thought we
you don't
always
have
needed
to
the
spell out an entire URL on your own by hand.
Just say, "Hey Siri, take me to this website," and she will
didn't react.
She'll just do things. So, yeah, that's it.
We out.
We are out. Thank you for joining us tonight on Beej's Backlog. And go check out all the other fan streaming that's going on tonight. And if you're in Canada and you're celebrating, awesome. And if you're let down, I mean, maybe we're in a better position now than we have been in for the last 10 years. So that's something. I'm not over the moon about the results, but I am happier than
Hitting the button.
have been in a while.
Hit the button.
Hit the button.
I hit the button.
And the Blue Jays probably won.
Did they?
I don't know. They got